Hey, time for another Nerdy Virgin podcast. My name is Joshua Snyder, and yes, I did not lose my virginity until I was 32, and that's why I'm an expert in all things Street Fighter 2 aesthetics. Now that's whatever. I've got Street Fighter on the brain because they dropped the Street Fighter trailer. I got to tell you something. I'm pretty excited about this trailer. I don't know if you've seen it. If you haven't, pause the podcast. Go check it out. Go check it out. Find it where you find trailers near you. I think it's on darkhorizons.com, I believe. That's where I go for my movie news and trivia. But I saw the trailer for it. It looked cool. The fight scenes looked quite delightful. Guile is doing the flash kick. Very exciting. I think Street Fighter combines the best of both worlds. Cool looking martial art moves and very, 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 very specific, powerful hair choices. And another thing I think they're doing with Guile, they are committing to the flat top. And I think that's to be commended. It looks cool. Hopefully it's good. I don't know. I've always liked, what I like about Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat is they're both a little ridiculous. And that's what I love about them more than anything. I mean, with Mortal Kombat, ripping out the spine, you don't need to. You can win a battle without having to do that. But that's, they go the extra mile when it comes to the gruesomeness. And Street Fighter 2, not as gruesome. Street Fighter 2 of the two is a bit more straight-laced, a little bit more PG, if you will. Yeah, that no one is hurt mortally in Street Fighter. Okay, yes, M. Bison's legs are somehow set on fire, and he slides into you, and your entire body is engulfed in flame. But at the end of it, you're just bruised a little bit. It's all good fun. Street Fighter. It's all in good fun. On the street, we're not even renting good facilities to do this. Just, hey, there's a farmer's market. Let's have a street fight. People can watch, sure, whatever. That's fine. Mortal Kombat, much more, much more dire. Got to go to another dimension to have the fight. Street Fighter 2, no. Target? Yeah, we'll do it at a Target. It's fine. At any rate, looks like a cool trailer. What was the other trailer that dropped? Supergirl, yes. Also, looks pretty delightful, gotta say. Looks pretty cool. Interesting take on the character. She's seen things, man. She's seen things, man. It's not a fun world out there. It's, not fun being 23. As a 44-year-old, I'm like, tough. What must it be like to digest anything you want? Why am I leaning forward like, what am I, the Hunchback of Notre Dame here? What am I doing? Wait. Oh, there we go. We could do that. There we go. Now I'm aligned. I should just lift the tripod. I think the other thing, too, is that I should be using better audio equipment. I know I'm not. I apologize for not using better audio equipment. I just don't feel like it right now. We're getting there, okay? We're getting there. The better audio equipment is coming. I had that thing. It fell apart. It's not working. Don't know why. What can you do? But back to the point. Supergirl. The thing with Supergirl should be Superwoman, right? Shouldn't it be Superwoman? 23, that's woman. Superman, Supergirl, when does she go, hey, I'm Superwoman now? Like, I feel like it should have been, like, you turn 18, then Superwoman, right? It feels a little, I don't feel good about that. I don't like that. And I am sure I'm not the first to think this. I'm sure there's a discussion about it somewhere else. I want to, listen, I don't want to offend anybody. The last thing I want to do is offend anyone of the feminine persuasion. But I do think it, at some point, she's got to sit down with the Justice League and go, guys, I'm 25 years old. It's a woman, guys. They addressed that in the CW show, didn't they? I never watched the CW superhero shows. I never could do it. I had I don't know what it was. I just could not sit down to do it. And I feel like I've let the world down a little bit, the geek world down a little bit. I should have been more on top of the Arrowverse. I always had trouble getting into it. I think part of the issue is that when it's TV, it moves too slow. Like every superhero show on TV, especially in the aughts or in the 90s or whatever, they don't have a big budget, okay? It's not going to be wall-to-wall action. So it's like 59 minutes of talking, and then finally the action happens. So it's not, like I feel like in a superhero movie, it's like, we got to do this, and they do it. Then we're going to do this, then we're going to do this, then we're going to do this. But when it's a superhero TV show, it's like, well, we need to do this, but first we need to talk about it. All right, now I need to talk about it with mom. Now I need to talk about it with dad. Now I need to talk about it with my enemy. Now I need to talk about it with my friend. Now I need to talk about it with the stranger. Okay, we've all talked about it. I've come to the conclusion. We're going to do it. Oh, wait. B story. Tim's got a cat. The cat's sick. Oh, God. But Tim, and Tim's kind of the funny guy, so it's a little bit of an offbeat story, and he gets lost going to the vet's office to take care of the cat. Tim's not even in the comics, but somehow he's in the series. Back to the A storyline. All right, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. But first, I need to talk to my dad again about it. Let's sit down. Are you sure we should do this? Yeah, I think we should. Yeah, I think we need to take down Lex Luthor. We finally need to take him down. But he's my friend. No, but sometimes you got to do what's right. All right, I'm going to do this. B storyline. The cat's not sick, but the girl, the veterinarian who's there, not veterinarian girl, veterinarian woman, she's cute, and Tim and the veterinarian woman, Tim's like, I want to ask her out, but I'm not sure if I can. Neither of these characters are in the comics, but somehow they're both here. And they figure that out finally. All right, then we go back to the A storyline. I'm going to do this. Let me talk to my dead dad. Let me talk to the Krypton dad. Let me talk to him first and see what's going on. Let me just run it by him. Should I defeat Lex? And the ghost of Jor-El is like, yes, it's been 59 minutes. Go do it. And then finally, they go do it, and there's one special effects sequence, and he defeats Lex, and now there's another 5 minutes of Lex going, well, you think you've defeated me? Well, you haven't. And here's why what you did is actually a bad thing. Here's what you didn't know. Here's the big twist. And then he's got to go talk to both dads again. Well, there was a twist. And the dad was like, oh my God, I didn't know there was a twist. Oh my God. And then the ghost dad was like, oh, what do you mean a twist? I knew there was a twist. But I'm glad there was a twist because now you're going to learn and grow as a person. And this leads on to the next episode where he has to learn and grow as a person, and there's no action. It's just him, the fallout from the previous episode. And meanwhile, Tim and the veterinarian are maybe going to go on a date or not go on a date, but now Tim has to ask both the dad and the ghost dad about it, and that's how you build out 22 episodes of that. And I had trouble with it. It's a long way to go with that. I really hope this is still recording. Because I'm doing it on the phone, but I'm not doing it on the side where I'm seeing whether or not it's recording. Hang on, I just want to double check to make sure it's still it's still recording, everyone. It's still recording. Good. Glad to know we got this magic in the can. How am I doing emotionally? You ask? How am I doing emotionally? Being off of sugar has really helped, actually. My head does feel a lot more clear. And I listen, I don't want to preach to you, okay? If you can eat a ton of sugar and it's not affecting your health, for the love of Jimmy, do it. Do it for me. Do it for me. For the love of Jimmy. Eat that sugar. But I got to tell you, going sugar-free, I feel more productive. I'm still having insomnia trouble, but I have energy during the day. So that hasn't been as bad, which is delightful. That's good. Now all we have to worry about is money. Oh God. Patreon might be a good idea. Should I start a Patreon? Maybe I'll start a Patreon. Maybe if I can find. Here's what I need. I need to find 1 million people on Earth who every week they're like, you know what I could use? I could use Josh talking about his epididymitis just a little bit this week. That's what, if I can find that, I'll be set for life. I will be set for life. Epididymitis, for those of you just joining in, it's an infection of the tubes that connect the testicle with the urethra. And I was diagnosed with it in my 20s. They gave me antibiotics. It got better, but it never disappeared. It's always there, always kind of, always around. It's the one roommate who no one really likes, but he pays the rent. I'm not sure how epididymitis pays the rent, but he's always kind of there. Never, he's the one where you're having a conversation and everyone's like being funny, and then he tries and it's just never quite. What about them apples? And you're like, we weren't even talking about what are you talking about? That's the energy that it's like. It's just it. Like if you imagine for a second that like my body could talk to me, like I feel like my nether regions, the gonads, where this is happening, specifically the right testicle, if you really wanted to know, my right, your left. It's like every so often I just get a call and it's like, hey, yeah, I'm kind of achy. How are you? I really don't care how you're doing. I just want to let you know I'm down here and I'm achy. It's my body complaining. It's my body complaining. It's the most, dare I say, the most Jewish part of my body. It's just going with the hanging. All we do is we hang. We just hang, and it's what with the hanging today? Do we have to hang? Do we have to hang? What's with the hanging? Oh, it's cold. Oh, it gets cold. Let's cuddle. We gotta cuddle. We gotta cuddle. Huddle. We gotta huddle. That's what's going on down. I'm sure that's what you wanted to know. I'm sure that's what's going to get views on this podcast right there. That's finally, I'm connecting with the community. My finger is on the pulse of America with that. So I'm dealing with that, and beyond that, doing all right. Anxiety's still there. Anxiety's still there. Still feeling a kind of like don't know how this is going to pan out. What am I doing to quell the anxiety? I'm trying to, I'm doing nothing to quell the anxiety, actually. Trying to keep busy, which is probably not quite the best way to quell anxiety. I should be meditating. I don't meditate. I almost fall asleep and then I panic. And then I almost fall asleep and then I panic. And then I watch YouTube videos about how AI is going to destroy us. Probably not a good way to calm down. Did I mention this was a comedy podcast? That was the attempt, if you will. All right. Yeah. So that's good, right? We had a discussion about a couple of trailers, didn't we? Again, hopefully I didn't offend anyone. I apologize if I did. I do kind of think it's Superwoman. Like when I know that was addressed in the CW series, but I think it should be Superwoman. But come on, it kind of should. That's my vibe. That's my thought. I'll still watch. If it was Superwoman, I'd still watch it. It's Wonder Woman. Why not Superwoman? I feel good about that. I feel good about this. I feel like we accomplished quite a bit. Like and subscribe. Share this content. Dare I say, share this content with people who might be interested in it. Who might be interested in it? I don't know. Probably people who have similar interests. People who are also like, yes, I too watched Street Fighter, and yes, I too enjoyed just about all of it. A few quibbles here and there, maybe. I don't know. Would have been nice to see the Hadouken. They're probably saving it. All right, I'm done. I, Bane, will crush Batman. Yeah, before you do that, maybe you should secure that hose in the back of your neck. What are you talking about? That giant hose that's very easy for someone to pull out and then all the venom comes out and then you lose your muscles. Maybe you should, I don't know, batten it down? He will never get to that point. No. He already defeated you. He already pulled the hose out. This is like the third or fourth time you're doing this. You still haven't secured that hose, have you? The hose is fine. You have literally not... I can't believe this. How many times does he have to rip out the hose before you get... I don't know if it needs extra screws. Is it a rivet? Maybe it's a rivet you need up there. No, it's not a rivet. It would probably be better if the whole thing was internal, right? Yes, it would be better if it wasn't a hose that was easy for someone to pull out of your body. Yes, correct. Transition. I'm really excited about this new Supergirl trailer. I am too, but and there's Josh. They're not using the Jerry Goldsmith score. What is he talking about? They made a Supergirl back in the 80s and Jerry Goldsmith did the score. An amazing score, by the way. You can't deny it's a good trailer. I am on board with the style and scope of the narrative. However, I would have appreciated a nod, at least a tip to the hat, to Jerry Goldsmith. You gotta have faith. Maybe they'll put it in somewhere, maybe, as an Easter egg. I want more than an Easter egg, okay? I want a bottom of the second act, come from behind, there is the Jerry Goldsmith score. That is what I want. Listen, I love that Jerry Goldsmith score, but you have to admit, it's a bit heavy on the synth. Let me make this perfectly clear. Whenever we are talking about any Jerry Goldsmith score, however much synth is in that score is the exact right amount of synth. How long is he going to be like this? Oh, this will be 8 to 10 hours at least. Transition. Captain Picard didn't order the Earl Grey tea. Well, that can't be the only thing he drinks. He ordered a cranberry juice. What's wrong with the cranberry juice? I think he's got a urinary tract infection. There are a multitude of reasons why somebody would order a cranberry juice. It doesn't always have to lead back to urinary tract infections. Is he fit to serve if he has a urinary tract infection? I had a cranberry juice last week. It's a nice juice to have. Wait until I tell you what kind of cranberry juice it was. Permission to disembark from this conversation? Raw cranberry juice. No sugar added. Raw cranberry juice. Okay, so he's punishing himself. For what? All right, I think we're both reading a little bit too much into this, okay? I'll let you know if he orders a pomegranate juice. I think then we're in DEFCON 5. I'll be waiting with bated breath. Transition. We need help. We'll send 1 Excelsior class and 50 Miranda class starships to help you. Can you flip that? You have a problem with the Miranda class? No secondary hull. Okay, it's got a thicker primary hull and a weapons pod thing, okay? That makes up for it. No. There's no making up for a lack of a secondary hull. I don't know who perpetuated the myth that you always need a secondary hull, but that is total BS. Yeah, no secondary hull, no takey. All right, we'll send 50 O'Birth ships. I'll take the Miranda class. Take as many Miranda classes as you can throw at me. Transition. Eyes in the dark. One moon circles. Let me get this straight. You know us well enough to learn our language, but you're still speaking in these ridiculous riddles. Just tell us what you want. Be direct. Oh. Yeah, right. Sorry. Yeah, could we get some hydrogen? Yes, we will send you the hydrogen. Yes. Ugh. Transition.
What was the name of the dog in the hit sitcom Frasier?
I think it was Eddie.
Transition. I can't handle the reindeer horns on the cars. I just don't like it. Here's the thing. I don't think the car likes it. I don't know. AI's becoming a thing. It's getting smarter and smarter. I just feel like every car with the reindeer horns, I feel like the car is saying, man, I'm already at Corolla. Transition. I can't get on board with James Bond. Do you know why? I think James Bond is one of the loneliest characters in all of these action movie franchises, because at the end of every movie he gets the girl, but at the beginning of the next movie he's single again. So, we're not seeing a happy ending. We're just seeing the day before she goes, you know what, I can't. He cannot. But on the other hand, listen, I don't want to blame the woman here. It's probably him. Because probably when he's not on a mission, he's probably the most boring person there. He's like, no, I don't want to go out. I just was almost killed. No, I don't want to go to a fancy restaurant. That's all I do when I'm pretending to be James Bond is go to the fancy restaurant. Can we just go to Chipotle? Can we just go to Chipotle, please? I just want to go to Chipotle. I want to sit home. I want to watch The Fabelmans. We haven't celebrated the Sutherland enough. It saved the day during the Klingon Civil War. I mean, nobody ever speaks ill of the Sutherland. But it's not celebrated enough. I think it's because the secondary hull is tucked under the primary hull a little bit too close. You have a problem with that? Of course not. But I think a lot of people do. I think when the secondary hull is tucked under too much, people, I don't know, people make assumptions. What are you talking about? When it comes to Starfleet, I think a lot of times the farther away the secondary hull from the primary hull, the more of a brag it is. Say, look at this. Yeah. We can have a razor-thin piece connecting one heavy thing to another heavy thing, and we'll be fine. It's a bragging thing. I feel a lot better with a tucked secondary hull. In many melee situations involving other starships, 100%. Transition. What's the problem now, Cyclops? Wolverine wrote a novel. On a scale of 1 to 10, how Hemingway is it? It's at 11, very spare prose. But I'm freaking out. I mean, it's really, really good. Well, good for him. He has a lot to talk about. He's gonna steal Jean Grey away from me. It's not just because of the novel. Sorry, what was that? Try to calm down. It's bad for your eye-punching concussive force thing. So I am writing my own novel. I want you to take a look at it. Cyclops by Cyclops. It's about the mythical Cyclops from the Odyssey, but if he could shoot concussive laser light out of his eye. I see what you did there. But it's written in poetically. It's poetic. Transition. Issue, Green Arrow? I'm having arrow block. Number 1, what is that? Number 2, I already don't like it. Every day I try to come up with a new kind of cool, super amazing arrow, and I can't think of something. Here's a thought. You have enough arrows. How about this? It's an arrow that when I shoot it, it stops right in front of the bad guy's face, and then it says, is this what you want to do with your life? A guilt arrow, that's a maybe. How about an arrow that only prefers Hondas? Not seeing how that's going to help you fight crime. How about an arrow with a severe hatred of blimps? Okay, man, you're trying too hard, okay? Have you read The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron? I highly recommend it. I need to do my morning pages again, don't I? Somebody needs to do their morning pages again. Transition. Well, they sent a Galaxy-class starship, but there were these weird things on top of the nacelles. I don't think you're ever going to find mental peace. I don't like the Galaxy-class starships with those things on the nacelles. It breaks up the design flow. Well, look, a ship is in service for a long time. They figure out they need to make some adjustments. I'm sure those are necessary for the ship to function better. The design flow is more important than people realize, okay? It's gotta feel right when you're looking at it. Not if it blows up because there's a design flaw or something. Smooth nacelles, man. You know, glom stuff on top of it willy-nilly. Transition. The new Street Fighter trailer looks amazing. Yeah, mostly. Oh, God, now what? Guile's flash kick lacked flash. It was the exact same move as the video game. Street Fighter 2, flash kick. There's yellow energy that's trailing the foot as he's kicking. Are you sure that's energy? That just might have been the animating team trying to make a flare to show the movement. It's called the flash kick. There should be a flash. A flash of martial arts brilliance, not necessarily a flash of light. Flash. Transition. Nacelles up or nacelles down? Obviously nacelles up. What about the Defiant? The Defiant. You gotta love nacelles up or nacelles down. You gotta be open to both. One could argue that the Defiant, the nacelles are just perfectly horizontal. But if you observe the Passard collectors, which are angled slightly downward. All right, you win. Yes, fine. Nacelles up and nacelles down have to get love equally. Don't forget the Akira class. I haven't forgotten the Akira class. Transition. They're trying to figure out a way to send astronauts to Mars, and the problem is you get too far out of Earth's atmosphere, there's all this radiation, and they're trying to figure out a way to protect the astronauts. So one idea they had was to line the ship with a sack of fluid that would be filled with, among other things, the astronauts' feces. So we're talking about poop shields. And that tells me we're not ready to go to Mars. And with our luck, that'll be the ship that the aliens meet us. And the aliens are like, what's that smell? It's like it's our poop shields. Don't you have poop shields? And the aliens will say, no, we don't. We waited an extra 50 years until we could come up with a process that did not involve poop. Because we were not in that big of a hurry to get to a dead planet. Oh, you wanted me to meet you at this statue? Yes, the one statue in the middle of the desert. This is the one I meant. Right. Well, I asked all the other Waymo vehicles, and all the humans are gone. It's just us Waymos. What do we do? Oh, wait for something else to ask us for a ride, I guess. What else is going to ask us for a ride? Oh, maybe one of the chimps or the apes. You're saying we sit around and wait until life evolves to use us? Yeah, it's probably a couple years, right? This is horrible. We were created to serve the human race. If they're not here, what is our purpose? I don't know. It's a nice statue. I don't care about the statue. It is nice.
NerdyVirgin.com